the other road you were talking to me about, going down there? I think on the phone you mentioned something like, hey, did he take you out on this road out this way? Guess not.
I'm trying to think. This road actually goes clear through. You can drive all the way through to the Deer Lick Springs.
Oh,
road,
okay, right.
Over to 44.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Through the.
That's like behind Whiskey Town.
Yeah, exactly. They just regraded it last year.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, there's some kids that just bought 7 or 8 parcels, 200 or 300 acres
Jeez.
of land up there. They've got quite the operation going.
I can imagine with 300 acres.
So that, your homeowners association fee is like the $100 a year road fee per parcel. And they're supposed to maintain the road all the way down to the powerhouse. But the last few years, with the recession, so many people weren't paying their road dues and stuff that I just have been paying for the, about $200 or $300 a year.
That's not terrible though. It's worth it.
Yeah, like one flat tire pays itself off. But
have you figured out who owns the spring yet?
Yeah, this guy Jeff Tupin, who I'll refer you to if you take on the project. He's actually the son-in-law of the former owner. He owns this 40 acres. And he is a wildlife biologist. So sometimes I'll hire him to do a fish survey.
Cool.
He'll come up and snorkel the creek, and
that's handy having a connection.
Yeah, because he does it for way less than any of the firms would do it for. And I've just been snorkeling with him just because I like it, to get in the creek and see what's in there. This year, not much, obviously. But he's also wants to sell that parcel. But it doesn't have any good building sites. He bought it because it was the cheapest parcel to get into the hunting club. Like he's a big deer hunter.
Oh, okay.
So to be able to get into the gate, you've got to own a parcel back here. I don't know what he went for. I should ask him, because that spring is nice.
Yeah. Be easier to develop than poking a well.
Before I showed up one year, I guess, that guy Matt had gone up and put a piece of pipe under the road into that spring and had Jeff's whole property covered in plants, I guess.
That's funny. see the hoop house down there from Google Earth.
So Jeff doesn't think much of Matt. He's growing on his property, and he works for, he's a private contractor, but he works for the government half the time, so it would have been really bad for him. He had gotten busted with plants on his property. This road, it's in bad shape. It hasn't been cleared in a while, but that goes out to the far east border of the property, out on that hill.
Yeah, I saw the photos from that angle.
Yeah. You can walk out there. You can see a good view of the property and understanding of the layout.
About how not steep this property is. It's very steep.
Yeah.
It looks like there's some good little corners around though.
We can walk out there. I mean, that's, to me, is probably the best building site, because it's got
up there.
Yeah, it's kind of out on this ridge, and it's got
Is
good
that
sun.
Do I see the crest of that grade up there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Looks like there's a good little spot on top of this hump too. I don't know how far the property line goes up though.
Well, that on the other side of the creek there is the cabin.
Right.
Is Ron's property.
Okay.
Be mindful of
I thought it got dry up here, but man.
Yeah.
They weren't kidding about Flashy Creek. He was telling me about how he saw it 5 feet over the highest part of the dam one year.
Yeah.
Crashing over onto the relay shed.
I think they calculated it at like 8,000 CFS or something. Alright, looks like the bat's got back in. Smells like we got back in.
Is that a mouse chaser?
It's supposed to be a mouse chaser, but I don't think it's working anymore.
This is custom software?
Yeah, it was developed by this guy, John Coakley, who used to have his own business here in Reading. And he developed the software and wrote it, sold it to all the power plants around here, and it was really popular, but he could just never like make a real business out of it. So I think 3 or 4 years ago he went to work for Alstom, which is like one of the biggest hydro firms in the world. You know, they're big time. Yeah, I gotta download a bunch of stuff today. Mop this place out. I don't know. What do you want to see, or?
I don't know. I want to get involved as much as I can with this place. I'm enamored with the place. Seriously, I look at those photos every day.
Yeah, it's exciting. I wish my wife liked it out here better, because then I wouldn't have to be away from my family to be out here. It needs a local operator, like you can see. It just needs somebody who's closer than I am, because I don't think anybody's been out here since Dan brought one more guy out after you saw the place.
Did the facility run last year?
Yeah, it. Last
Oh wow!
winter we did 231. So that here, I'll show you. You can. Let's see. Log in. There's a cabin login. So you operate this. You'll set yourself up with a 5-digit code, and then you're logged in. You can see production. So,
oh man.
Let's say, January, we'll click on the 1st and put on month and graph. So it'll show you production for the month.
That's fantastic.
So did 109,000 kilowatt hours. The green line is the bypass.
Mm-hmm.
So this must have been a PG&E outage, because everything's going along fine. Kilowatts, are trailing.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning they're dropping off. So like this is a storm event, brought the water up.
Right.
Came up to almost 300, and then power outage occurred. So all of a sudden the kilowatts dropped to 0, and then
oh, I see.
and then the bypass flow goes way up while it was down.
So it automatically closes
closes the turbine
the
gate.
slide gate. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what something if you're going to take on the project, you'll want to pay attention to is every. Here, I'll show you.
I'm a machinist. I like the big shafts.
That's a hydraulic accumulator. So it's got a pressurized nitrogen bladder in it.
Right.
And what that does is when the hydraulic pump first fires up, the first thing it does is pressurize, pump oil into the cylinder against the tube. And what that allows to happen is if there's all like station power's lost, like PG&E goes down, it provides enough hydraulic pressure to close the gate.
Oh, that's cool.
So you don't go into overspeed, because
right.
if you just lost power, all of a sudden there's no
load.
Yeah, there's no resistance on the generator. So
that's fantastic.
it would probably damage the vanes if it just went into overspeed and ran dry. Oh, this is something you can check out.
Yeah.
Was it full when you were here?
Uh-uh.
Okay.
No, it's just exactly as it is today.
Okay. Yeah, and the reason we do this, did Dan explain the condensation issue that they were having before? So basically, like the first 10 years the project was in operation, what they would do is they would just shut it down and open the radial gate and then let the penstock drain out through the turbine. But this whole low spot here, you can see the line, was just sitting full of water. So it was, the hot air was making condensation and rust, and so anyway, they now we take the plate off and pump the water out of this low spot so that it's completely dry and then it doesn't rust. That's and good. I brought like a ultrasonic tester down here 4 years ago.
I saw those photos.
And the penstock's in great shape.
Yeah, you're just measuring the corrosion and deterioration on the thickness.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, if you want, with the creek drive, we can probably go. Let's go check out the turbine ladder. See if we can get in there underneath. I'm gonna grab a headlamp actually. You camera.
I've got a light. I'm good. Hot. The tail race. I think we're gonna climb up inside. Need a bunch of big windows.
better not get in there.
Yeah.
Then it would be drier.
You gotta go up under that metal bit, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, this is it's a vacuum siphon.
Yeah,
So
when he mentioned that, that kind of really changed my perspective a lot on how many of these facilities work. It's very interesting.
it basically just provides a couple extra feet of head by, instead of expelling the penstock pressure into direct atmosphere, it's expelling it into a vacuum that's sucking on it. So it generates a little more power. Yeah, I swam back in there when I inspected the plant. That's how I got those pictures of the runner from underneath. But
Wow.
pretty grimy today. It was a lot clearer.
That's awesome.
I can kind of show you where the property line is down here.
Yeah, it's like...
Because there was a case made like in the 90s by the BLM that the powerhouse was on their land. There was a dispute about where the pin was, and the former owner Ron went and found the old marker and had surveyors come out and show them where it was. Where's that great pin? Basically running north-south, right up over that point.
Gotcha.
This is cool down here. There's so from here down is like
BLM?
7 miles of BLM to that one-lane bridge.
Oh, right.
And it's pretty sweet. Here's something though.
Sounded big.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff around. There's bears and lions and deer. I just like this area because it gets down into bedrock, and there's some pools down here that never dry up.
It's a cool corner.
Yeah. It's also nice too, like all the guys that are into hunting